What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk. I'm your host, Easy Win. Before I get started real quick, you're going to probably hear my son in the background because the bathroom was right behind me. He's playing with his remote control boat, so please disregard that, but I got to put this video out. This video right here is Apalachee CI back in the 1970s and the Florida State prison system back in the 1970s. And what I noticed about all these clippings from the old days of Florida State Prison, it seemed like it was all about rehab. It seemed like these guys were way more mature also. It was like all about rehab, man. Because every time I see these old film, it's guys in the workshop. You know, for this one right here, it's guys killing chickens. They're cutting stuff. There's all kind of stuff going on. You see these guys on the basketball court. They seem real mature back then, man. Let me tell you something about the Florida State prison system back then, just from my uncle's point of view. Back then in Florida, you could have a 20-year sentence, and literally, no lie, man, you will be out in 5. These are facts, man. You get a 20-year sentence, and you be. My uncle went to the Florida State prison system from 79 to 85. He went there on like a 15 to 20-year sentence. I'm telling you, and that was in a lot of states back then. When you had to do 85% of your time. These people was getting out like crazy. They was getting game time, good time. They was going on work release way earlier. It was way more different back then. For some reason, the Department of Corrections trusted the inmate more back then, obviously because it went to 85%. Prison sentences got stiffer, you know, which the crack epidemic had a lot to do with that. But this right here is old footage, man, of the Florida State prison system. Let me tell you something about these guys I've been interviewing, what I noticed, man. Let me tell you what I know about these guys I've been interviewing. It's no right answer. It's like you could ask 10 different people, because I got like 2 or 3 questions I asked on every interview. I asked the same 2 or 3 questions to everybody. And what I'm noticing that if you interview 10 people and I ask this same question, I basically could get 10 answers. They're all the right answers. It all depends on who you talk to about certain topics. I'm serious. I've asked the same question, and this guy said this, and this guy said that, and it was totally opposite. Everybody's prison sentence seems to go very different. It's almost like you can be cellmates with a dude for 5 years, even though this rarely happens. But it's almost like you can be cellmates with a guy for 5 years, and you guys have 2 totally different prison sentences in 5 years. You can be in an open bay dorm and be bunk mates with a dude for 5 years. And it seems like y'all can have completely different prison sentences. Y'all was cellmates, y'all was bunk mates for 5 years. Y'all come home and do an interview. I give y'all the same subjects, and I guarantee all the answers will be different. Except the answer to how the food tastes, they probably both say the shit sucks. But I guarantee a lot of the questions will be different answers, man. It all depends on who you talk to. Everybody's prison sentence was different, and everybody was telling the truth. It was just a difference in everybody's sentences, bottom line. But another thing before I go to the videos, another thing I noticed, man, like I hear people say, "Oh man, they just kick people out to the street. They don't have no programs for these guys and all of that stuff." That could be true, that could be false, but from what I've seen and the people I've been around, a lot of these guys are offered programs when they get home. I know this for a fact, but I'm gonna tell you what a lot of the problem is, man. A lot of these guys get in the program and they still have that prison mentality. Anybody finna tell me what the fuck to do, man? They got me messed up. You just got told what to do for the last 5 or 10 years. You come home to the civilian world, you don't want anybody to tell you to do at work. And you're actually getting paid for them to tell you what to do. They were telling you what to do in prison for free. I'm telling you, a lot of these guys come home with that prison mentality. I see it all the time. I worked on job sites with them. I worked at a place called Serta Mattress. They deal with guys from work release. I worked at a tile place called DMB Tile. They hire guys from work release. It's that prison mentality. I'm telling you, I have a photo booth company. I did an event the other day. Guys came home, whatever. They was coming home from prison, whatever. You know what I'm saying? For this project that takes care of homeless people that's coming home from the prison system. And they take care of you. So one of the ladies wanted the guy to go get go wait in line for some ribs. You know, he finna eat and everything. It's for an event. And he was like, he talking to the man outside. Man, you heard what she said, man? She got me messed up, dog. Want me to wait in line for some dang on rib. Like, the way he said it, man, he sounded so damn dumb to me. And I was like, it's that same mindset right there that gets people locked back up in jail, man. I'm serious, man. It's that same mindset. And this is just a fact, man. I know a lot of people that came home that had programs offered to them, but the part they don't tell you is that they fucked up. Their piss was dirty. These programs, you have to follow some strict guidelines to get where you need to go. You was just following strict guidelines for the most part for nothing. Now you coming home and you having problems following strict guidelines to get paid. Now you got a lot of guys that do good. My older cousin came home after doing 17 years in the Department of Corrections. He went in like at 16. This man has his own business now, and he has a little thing he does with the city where they deal with ex-cons. He joined the program as an ex-con. He has his own business now. One-stop shop, plumbing, electrical, a builder. He do all of that. He knew what it's going to take for him to get where he need to go. He wasn't complaining and stuff. That man came home, had a mission. Now he leading his whole crew. He paying people. He got employees. He could sit back. And now he's like in head of the program, and he hires ex-cons. A lot of them do good, but you still have some of them with that prison mentality, man. And then the moment you ask them about what's going on, the first thing they say is, man, you know how that junk go, bro. They just kick you out to the street. They don't care nothing about you. But he's not telling you all the programs they had afforded to him. Because I'm telling you right now, there is a lot of programs for ex-cons coming home. You just have to be proactive. Ain't nothing going to get handed to you. I'm telling you, I know for a fact this program's going on. I'm telling you firsthand, I know for a fact. They have so many. I'm gonna tell you this, man. It's almost easier for a person coming home from prison to get in these programs and get a job than it is for a person that's been out here already. These are facts. Now, don't get it twisted. It all depends if you want to work that job or not. And you being all choosy and stuff, that's a difference. But it all depends on if you're willing to work that job. But I've seen my cousin started from the bottom. Now he here. I've seen him come from prison after doing that much time. I'm talking about for real, like from like 16 to age like 35. You know what I'm saying? Something like that or less. Whatever the 17 is. He went in at 16 years old. I'm telling you, man, he's doing so good. You damn near forgot he went to prison when you see him. And he did hard time. Like he was getting it in, man. And he came home with a mission. Master electrician, master builder, master plumber. And like I said, every once in a while he'll get him a good worker that came home. But you gotta sift them out, man. I'm telling you, because one thing that I learned owning businesses, and I had a little mechanic business, I used to work on cars. One thing I have learned though, man, the hardest thing in the world to find is good help. Let me know in the comments if you agree. The hardest thing in the world to find is good help. And that's one thing you got to know, is nobody gonna treat your business like you treat your business. That's why with the business I have, I try to keep it in-house, like family oriented, because people are not going to be attention to detail about your business like they will with their own, you know? They're just not going to do it, man. And I like knowing what everything is, you know? I've tried to put a few people on, you know? But once they was like, okay, now I'm chilling, I was like, okay, boom. There you go, Zeke. You tried enough. Do your thing now. And it works out better that way, man, you know? But the hardest thing in the world to find is good help. But listen, I appreciate y'all. Listen to these clips right here, man. This is Apalachee CI in the 1970s and the Florida State prison system in the 1970s. Look at all the trades they got going on, man. Look at the guys on the basketball court. Everybody seems to be chilling. Man, I know it's the other side to that, but you get what I'm saying. Hit that like and subscribe button, man, and engage in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Watch these clips. Thank y'all.
Within a few days after entering Apalachee, a group is formed for orientation. During the days that follow, the inmates have an opportunity to learn about the trade and educational facilities. Since many have never been gainfully employed, this is perhaps a new situation. Members of the staff have been chosen for their experience and for their ability to work with young people who were unable to adjust satisfactorily or to hold a job in their earlier environment. Through patience and kindness, these men are often able to rekindle a spark of interest or ambition, and life on the outside slowly but surely takes on a meaning which was earlier unknown.